Hey friends, welcome to this week's video. Coming at you again from my vehicle, my rolling office. Hey, a couple really awesome things to share this week, and then a little bit of data too. So if you guys read the email, you'll get to see a chart which breaks things down really well. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to just kick off this week's newsletter and talk about the number of closings in 2022 compared to 21. And so basically we ended up with about 20% fewer closings in 22 compared to 21. Why is that important? And the real reason is that we're essentially building up to what I think is going to be a very busy and positive spring. So the lack of closings last year didn't really relate to buyer interest necessarily. It very much boiled down to a lack of inventory. Demand really hasn't gone down. And then actually, if we look at some other factors with the interest rate hike, it did push some people out of the market. Not so much out of the market as I've seen, at least with my own clients, adjusting price. So a little bit higher interest rate drops down your purchase price a little bit, but most folks who were ready to move have not really changed that that goal in their life. And another thing with that rate hike, we saw builders get a little bit nervous and some builders slowed down. So I'm actually really curious to see in the spring market if we're lacking inventory as far as new builds go comparing 23 to 22. So we've got some unanswered questions as we roll into the spring market here in probably the next month or so. But I just thought it would be important to share some of that information. Otherwise, what I'm seeing in the market right now, prices are pretty stable. Within the housing market, we're seeing some price drops. Really the only time I see that is when a property was just flat out mispriced. They probably used comps from last spring when they priced it, when really what they should be using are comps from, essentially call it September 22 to today. So with that, I'll leave you guys with a little bit of info on the market this week. And as always, if you have questions, reach out to me.